Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out the winner of our latest movie poll, and that is Red, White, and Royal Blue. I feel like I may have seen like the tail end of a trailer for this at some point. I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, I forgot this movie even existed until it wound up on the poll and ended up blowing everybody else out of the water. So I'm excited to give this a go. Again, I always trust you guys, so let's go ahead and get ready to strap into this. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you come here on the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes and react to the entire movie. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage to try to make it worth your while since you are going out of your way to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. So at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. Now that all set out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into Red, White, and Royal Blue. Here we go. Oh, Berlanti. Okay. Greg, you move your head on the license plate.
Prince Henry, known affectionately as Prince of
Wasn't
England.
that the guy, the jock, the football dude from Bottoms?
Alex Claremont Diaz, the charismatic son of the American president.
Okay, you've been yucking my yum all day. What's going on with you?
It's the whole Prince Henry comparison thing. He spent his entire life attending fancy events like this.
He went to royalty school.
If I use the wrong fork at dinner, they're just gonna eat me alive.
With that very same fork. You know how they be. High society. They're all cannibals.
The cake alone costs £75,000. They practically had to break the doors down to get it inside. It's obscene.
Seems like he's got a good head on his shoulder.
So smug and entitled.
He's a prince, Alex. He's literally entitled.
Because he has a title.
Have you ever met him?
Yes, a few times. He's very animated.
He's the world's rudest person.
He's the world's most irritating person.
Oh my god.
I have heard so much about you.
I also recognize her, but I can't... Was she in Willow? I feel like, are we actually at the beginning? Okay, we are actually at the beginning of the movie. Like, it felt like we started in the middle somewhere, or like 20 minutes in. I feel like I missed some stuff. Oh, well, yep. He is, he's found his way to the bottom of the bottle. What was that anyway?
Henry! What's up? Killer wedding, man.
Glad you're enjoying yourself.
Oh, yeah. Who doesn't love a little Mozart? Actually, it's Schubert. Families you can feed is what this cake costs. Tell me something, Your Majesty. Did your parents send you to snobbery school, or does looking down on people just come naturally to you?
Well, in your case, I would say it's rather inevitable.
We are the same.
So, Alex. Royal Highness, Your Majesty is reserved for the King. Oh, thank you for the etiquette lesson. You are desperately in need of one. Do you know what?
I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Continues to wipe it in.
If we just... I can fix this. I can fix it. That is 100-year-old whiskey.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They are making a scene. That cake is not gonna survive. One, they keep bringing it up, especially how expensive it is, and they are right there. Yep. Oh my god. Wow. Henry! Albans! Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Great. Based on a novel. Okay. Yeah, it is him. Okay, I wasn't 100% sure, like... Sometimes just simply some people, if they just have a different air, I can get... Uma Thurman's in this. I lost my thought. It's gone. Oh, right. Sometimes if I'm not too familiar with a person, like simply a change of their air or character can completely like confuse my brain about whether or not they're the same person. Because I'm not sure I've seen too many things with that actor in it. Oh yeah, I want to double check while I'm at it. Willow TV series. Yep, Ellie Bamber. That was her.
I sent you to London with some pretty simple instructions. Represent the family at the royal wedding and don't cause an international incident.
Henry shoved me.
An urge I currently share with the prince.
Aw, I wish she'd shove me.
Before this weekend, I had a higher approval rating than the Prime Minister. Hell, I was out polling the Spice Girls.
I call bullshit on that. There's some chicanery afoot, if that's the case.
And really, no reasonable person is gonna even pay
Is
attention
it
to that.
bad that I can't see the Oval Office and not think of Chucky now?
I'm really sorry, Mom.
I know you are, baby. That's why I need you to fix it.
Or you're fired.
You're flying back to London tonight.
Why?
To undo all the damage you've done. The White House and the palace are going to release a joint statement explaining that what happened at the wedding was a complete misunderstanding. You and Prince Henry are in fact close personal friends and have been for the last several years.
Sarah.
This is a fact sheet on Prince Henry. Memorize it.
Wow.
He's not 6'2".
I will die on this hill.
They serve no elective role whatsoever.
Oh, unlike you, whose role is clearly spelled out in Article Nothing of the U.S. Constitution.
God damn.
You can hate Prince Henry all you want, but the minute you see a camera, you better act like the sun shines out of his ass and you have a vitamin D deficiency.
God damn. She is fire. Wow. Like, this does have like a bit of a Hallmark vibe to it.
Firstborn child of His
But-
Majesty King James III.
There is some good little banter in here.
You want to switch jobs this weekend?
No one in their right mind would ever give you a gun.
Who names their dog David?
You know I have a Shih Tzu named Jonathan.
I still maintain that's weird.
That's my son you're talking about.
He is super cute.
He is. You want to see some pictures?
100%.
Aww. I do like weird names like that, but yeah, I don't know. David, maybe not.
Sean Shrivastava, Prince Henry's equerry.
Nice to meet you, Sean. Didn't expect to be back in England so soon.
No one is more mystified than I. I am His Royal Highness's personal attendant.
Sir, the butler.
I'm not the butler, I'm the equerry.
And back we go to my original question. What is an equerry?
Me.
You open the dictionary and it's just him.
Here comes His Royal Highness now.
You've gotta be
He just
joking.
runs him over.
One of our photographers will now take some pictures of His Royal Highness welcoming you.
Don't I get to
I'm
shower and
afraid
change
we're on a
first?
very tight schedule,
Oh
sir.
my God, wouldn't want to screw up the schedule.
You must stand to the right of His Royal
My
Highness.
Is that
God.
protocol or just his good side?
Both.
That is not how you greet somebody.
My NDA is bigger than yours. I want you to know that.
I mean, he is taller.
Are we finished here?
Yes, Your Royal Highness.
Dick. Hey, Sean, you think maybe I can get a little?
You're fine.
We have to make sure he looks better.
Can you two scooch in a little closer together?
Closer.
Now, you've been mates since you met at the Melbourne Climate Conference several years back.
We hit it off instantly. It's like we've known each other all our lives, right?
Yep.
Wonderful.
Smooth.
What do you think of jolly old England?
I really love it here. I love the people. The dogs that wear the sweaters. Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, we say jumpers.
What 3 words would I use to describe Henry? White, blonde, and British.
One thing I most admire about Alex is his willingness to admit when he's wrong.
Oh, you dirty bastard.
You don't know this, but Henry does the best freestyle raps.
Well,
Come on.
don't you do an incredible Barbra Streisand impression?
Oh my God, this is
I
awful.
love hanging out with this guy.
I love this guy. Just completely decks him.
On the floor in
Buckingham Palace.
covered in cake.
Do people not know what accidents are?
In the reign of Queen Victoria, they were having food fights all the time.
Vicky.
My gal Vicky, you know how she is. Smooth. So smooth.
Do you know who this is? Well, his mum is the President of the United States. My mum is the Duchess of Edinburgh, which means that his mum outranks my mum. What do we think of that?
Why bring that up? What the hell? My God. Your dick is in my mouth!
Percentile 33.
Yeah?
Makes sense.
What do you mean by that?
It means you got good taste, Alex.
Aww. Was that the first, compliment one of them has given the other?
Climate conference in Melbourne, first night party. I went to introduce myself to you and you looked at me like I had head lice. Then you turned to your equerry and said, "Get me out of here."
I didn't realize you'd heard that.
So you do admit that's a douchey thing to say.
I could have been nicer.
That's what started all this?
Couldn't have just been the conference.
Thank you.
Oh my God, it is. It is, isn't it?
Don't minimize it.
How could I possibly? It's already as minimal as it gets.
It was my first foray into the world as a public figure, and I was really scared, and you could have helped me, and you didn't.
No.
I'm sorry I was a prick to you.
We just needed to lock them in a janitor's closet so that they would just kind of power through all of their issues.
For the record, I didn't say get me out of here. I said I need to get out of here, which is a different thing entirely.
Accurate.
Well, now I feel like I need to apologize.
Threat neutralized. Some kid brought fireworks for his friend.
We killed him.
When you say neutralized...
It's good he's already in the hospital.
Okay.
No.
Well, we survived it. That means we never have to see each other again.
Wrong. You're expected at my New Year's party.
No, I hate New Year's.
Wow. Most people would kill to get invited to my party.
That's perfect. You can kill me and I won't have to go.
You could have me assassinated. Get a work-free card. At least that came off way more natural than the first one.
See you in a few months, Your Majesty. Later, Sean.
But I think it's telling that in it, the first son's charm offensive this week has helped his mother's campaign.
Hey, Dad. I watched your committee hearing on the flight home. You should be tougher on those agribusiness mofos.
Well, maybe I can get you to push me to cake for me. What's your beef with him anyway? I mean, he seems like a nice enough guy.
He's elite and privileged and lives in a palace.
I don't know why I thought he was going to say it. He lives in a box.
Although, speaking of your mom's authority, don't tell her I was smoking.
That is, intensely green screened. And I don't think you have not a shot like that at the Washington Monument.
Hey, you mind if I put my journalist hat on for a sec?
Only if you actually have one of those journalist hats like they do in the old movies.
Promise I'll wear it for you sometime.
Extra, extra, here's my dick.
You see, this is why I ask you these things, because you give me quotes like that. You have to let me use it.
Not a chance, Miguel.
You're such a tease.
I can't tell if they are flirting or not.
Deberíamos de vernos pronto. Off the record, of course.
La escuela ha estado una locura.
Yeah, you're always running out full. Eso y las pestañas.
Okay, so they were. They were, okay. I wasn't misreading the situation.
I should get going. Qué buena birthday, Miguel.
Lo mismo, Alex.
That table of girls behind him was like, they couldn't contain themselves. Hey! Aww. MI6 helping get it. Oh my god. Not kidding. Spy Kids. Prince Dickhead Poop. Yeah, what is that a drawing of behind his head? It looks like a sacrifice of some kind. The hell? This is cute. This is kind of cute.
What do you have against color anyway?
Gray is a color, thank you.
That's my mentality.
He was single-handedly responsible for every romance ever written in the last 2 centuries. And that's not even considering his personal life.
I'm blocking you for the rest of the night.
He had London under his spell.
What the hell? Oh, okay. I get this, but I don't know what the fuck was the...
There's this American tradition where the president pardons a turkey before Thanksgiving.
I don't understand. Don't you have to commit a crime to be pardoned?
Don't look too closely at it.
Yeah, I've never understood that. Anyway, yeah, his dissipating into butterflies. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Don't ask mommy for a pet if you can't take care
Oh,
of it.
what the fuck? So rather than having this conversation through the text, through the phone, all this stuff, this is their way of like representing their conversation by putting them in the same room while they're not actually in the same room? Or does he actually have some sort of magic?
You don't seem like the kind of person that would name their dog David.
He's named after Bowie.
Aww.
Why not just call him Bowie then? It's a bit on the nose, don't you think?
True.
Nope. You are just as ghastly as I imagined. I'm hanging up now.
No, I'm hanging up on you.
Fine, have it your way.
Oh, I like that the filter kicked into here now that the reality busted a little bit. It's a nice little detail. I like that.
Good night.
You hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you. I've been there. Yep. Can't get Chucky out of my head, man.
I wrote a 14-page memo. I emailed it to senior campaign staff 3 weeks ago, and I've heard nada. I really want to help.
You are genuinely useful.
Yeah, for like photo ops and New Year's parties and stupid shit like that. But I could be doing so much more.
You want to help your mother's campaign? Make sure Prince Henry comes to your party. People like him more than they like you.
You better actually read that.
Nice tie. Rocking the orange. Orange? Must be colorblind. This is obviously copper. You are so annoying.
Wow.
This is my best mate, Percy Conjure.
Miss Holleran, I would love to procure for you the most lavish drink in this establishment.
Well, it is an open bar and a free-ish country, so only the Secret Service can stop you.
And they might. So watch yourself.
I haven't been drunk since Christmas.
Oh, wait. Did he say he's been drunk since Christmas or he hasn't drunk since Christmas? Because that last one, I don't believe.
Oh, hey. Good, how are you? You don't dance? The ballroom lessons didn't exactly cover this. All in the hips.
It's the song of many people's childhood. Oh my God, I'm getting nightclub PTSD, man. Jesus. God, every weekend. Let's retreat into my memories of Need for Speed Underground. That's better. Oh, wow. It's cute until you realize what is happening around them. Everybody's just dropping that booty. It's kind of funny. But they're just so locked in that they're just the only ones that forgot to do anything. Who you gonna kiss? Who you gonna kiss? NSYNC gonna kick in? No, okay. Everybody then. Damn. Yeah, what is this layout of DC?
Wanted to get so mad.
I wanted to brood dramatically.
Did I do something wrong?
he thought they were getting closer than that.
Do you ever wonder who you'd be if you were an anonymous person in the world?
I was an anonymous working class kid for most of my life. And then my mom became president.
Who would you be? Be a writer. Live in Paris. Certainly date more. The people who interest me, I can't date.
Oh my God, Henry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're as thick as it gets.
Damn. Damn.
I'm sorry.
We'll be out of work. You know, I just wish some of my colleagues in this race in our Midwestern towns, empty factories, hollowed out storefronts.
Great.
Henry kind of kissed me?
I totally privately called that.
Oh, shut up, Nora. You did not.
Hey, it's my job to analyze data, and he has never once checked me out, and I am what some men would consider exquisite. So from where I'm sitting, Henry is
Kind of gay?
more like the first 50 rows of a Gaga concert kind of gay.
I mean, those are some good seats.
Did I forget your birthday?
Not yet.
But you will.
Anyway, okay, tell me more about this kiss. Did you like it?
Did you love it? Did you maybe want some more of it?
Made me understand the difference between rugby and football.
What?
Unpleasant, surprising.
I mean, you've been wanting him to dick you down forever.
What?
You've been long-distance text flirting with him. Spent the entire New Year's party straight up ignoring the who's who of hot, young women in order to talk to Henry. And he kissed you, and you liked it.
Except for when it mattered to not ignore them. To ignore them.
I can wrap my head around being low-level into guys, but what I'm really confused about is being into Henry.
How many guys have you been with? Whoa.
She's like, what the fuck did I just walk in on?
2. Once in high school, and once with Miguel Ramos. Fully naked, in a hot tub. Get the feeling he wants me back in that hot tub, but, you know, he's a journalist.
Yeah, closeted princes are much safer.
He's supposed to be my guest at the Prime Minister's dinner next month. He can't ignore me all night, can he?
Alex? Perfect.
Looks like he didn't come. But look who did come.
I read your Texas campaign memo. How? I'm a journalist, Alex. I quite literally have my sources.
Hey, there he is.
Good to see you, Miguel.
I need your help.
Where's the threat?
What is it?
I just need to talk to Henry in private.
Best I can do is the red room. You take him any further and the security team will taser you.
What to do with my hands?
Look, I know I owe you an explanation. My behavior was appalling. Shut up, stop talking.
Smooch.
Wait a minute.
We're gonna paint the red room white.
All right, fellas, time's up. We gotta get back to.
This was the book I was looking for. Oh, it was right here the whole time.
Your Royal Highness?
Oh my God.
Or Big Ben.
It's good to see you and His Royal Highness on better terms and not on the floor.
Yet.
Henry and I are much happier against walls.
Everything all right?
Yes, very excited to be here.
Hopefully we'll get through tonight without any more scandals from these two.
Well, we'll see.
Then at midnight, you're going to come to my room on the 2nd floor of the residence where I'm going to do some very bad things to you.
Oh, that. You know he had to have been waiting there for a hot minute, you know, prepping for that little maneuver.
When did you start to fancy you? Melbourne Climate Conference. You got a lot going on that night. Tell me about it. I really thought you hated me. I didn't think you lived.
Damn, they did not waste any time.
What's that?
It's an Apple Watch.
House in Austin.
Oh. Did he get nothing in return here? What is that?
I guess you could say I'm bisexual. Just to put it out there, I am as gay as a maypole.
As what?
Are they known for their homosexual tendencies? Oh God, yes. I wouldn't mind doing this again. Me neither. We just have to keep it very casual. Obviously, the press and all. I just can't afford for you to fall in love with me. Okay, wait a minute. No, that's not what I meant when I said it's your Royal Highness. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that.
So, Alex, I have the highness ground now.
There's this charity polo match in Windsor next month. I was wondering if you might want to be my guest. Oh.
Be his guest, be his guest. Show your love to the rest.
I don't know how to play polo.
I guess I'm gonna have to teach you now.
You won't be playing. I will. You'll be watching on the sidelines.
Oh, I know jack shit about polo, man. Let's be honest. I know jack shit about 90% of English sports. Take it in. Take it in. Take it in. Never ridden a horse either. There's a lot of straps laying around in here. We can get a little creative. There we go. It's his turn.
You hungry? Yeah, I could eat.
Didn't you just have a nice juicy sausage? Oh, that is a beautiful little street.
Grandpa's a cold, hard realist. He sat me down on my 18th birthday and told me not to let any selfish desires I might be harboring reflect poorly on the crown.
Oh my God, that is some pressure.
It's my life. Doesn't mean you have to accept it. I was 4 years old when I realized that everyone in my country knew my name.
I can't imagine what that's like, man.
Prince Henry belongs to Britain. Henry Fox has to belong to himself, or else he'll vanish. Can he ever belong to someone else? Only momentarily.
Damn.
I think we should make love tonight. Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm down.
Add it to the schedule? That was such a weird way to, like, bring that up.
We're gonna, like, listen to Lana Del Rey when we do it? All right.
It sounded way too formal.
Who's gonna do what? Because I'm...
Flexible? Oh.
I am so not playing the school right now. I went to an English boarding school, dear. Trust me, you're in good hands.
Huh.
Careful. Oh.
No, really. Be careful. This shirt is worth more than your entire existence. They do this a lot in, like, romance movies and stuff. Just stand gazing longingly like this, tracing their finger around your edges, your silhouette. Does anybody really do that? I can vouch for myself. Not once. That I can at least recall. You see it all the time. It's one of the most unnatural things I think I've ever seen is like the way people act like that in this situation. Do you still need to wear the key? Because that's going to be a little problematic.
I can't believe how wrong I was about you. Most people are.
I saw his clenched fist, and I don't know why my intrusive thought was just that he was just going to clock him in the side of the temple. Sorry, tender moment. That key should not be involved in this scenario Am I wrong for fixating on that? You're just going to be beating him in the face with the key the whole time until you switch to any other number of positions.
Weren't the son of a president, or that your family wasn't in politics.
Got condoms, got our lube. Details. They
I
matter.
wish I could help more. It's gonna be a tough campaign. You really do love it, don't you? Yeah, I really do. To devote your life to helping others, to know that what you do has a meaningful impact on people's lives. I know it's my life's work. My father was 12 when my abuela brought him and his sister over from Mexico. In America, if you're an immigrant with a Z in your last name, there's not a lot of people in positions of power that look like you or sound like you.
Or let's be honest, care in a lot of places, in a lot of ways.
I've been given a chance to be someone in the world that my father didn't see when he was growing up. You can't know what that means. I'm learning.
Did you tell Miguel Ramos that we had a plan to flip Texas?
What? No.
16 tweets today, all linking to his new article.
Wow.
All I said to Miguel is that Texas is competitive and we intend to win it. I didn't think he'd write an article
Well,
about
he
it.
has. So now we have to explain to everyone that we don't, in fact, have a new Texas strategy.
Or you can run it.
You're being idealistic when I need you to be realistic.
Is that why you got into politics? To be realistic?
They need me to be realistic so they can be idealistic.
God, her in this accent's
You are
pretty
no
intense.
longer allowed to speak to the press.
Oh, I thought she was going to say, you are no longer allowed to speak to the president, i.e. me. Damn.
27.
What?
You were 27, not 28 when you won your first election. Ask any of the women who work for you. They'll be able to tell you that.
No.
Madam President, do you need me for something?
What's the deal with this campaign memo? I read your memo. Good work. You'll have a shoestring budget. You'll eat fast food for every meal.
You'll work 18-hour days, and you'll love every minute of it.
So what do you say?
When do I start?
Let's go.
It's hard to put into words how exciting it is to be back here working to get my mom.
I've only ever been to the airport in Texas. Dallas, that is.
I can't think of a single way to start this email except to say you're incredible. But should I also tell you that when we're apart, your body comes back to me in my dreams?
Henry, seriously.
I love his relationship with his security
I
guard.
have smut filling my inbox, corrupting my mind, and bulging my pants like this.
Also, from all the photos you're posting, it really makes me want to visit.
There's so much that I want to show you. I think you'd really like Austin most, especially. I want to see your mouth covered in barbecue sauce.
It's becoming increasingly difficult attending these mindless ribbon cuttings while you're out there changing the world. I'll be damned, Alex, but dear Henry, I miss you.
I'll admit this to you and no one else. For all my big talk and certainty, I'm secretly afraid I'm going to let my mother down.
It's only natural.
What you're describing is called imposter syndrome. But I know that you are not an imposter.
No.
And I think that what you're doing is amazing.
Like how Texas is just a guitar.
Bien hecho, cabrón. Great speech.
Here we go.
You looked really good up there.
Thanks.
You know, we're both staying at this hotel
I was going to
tonight.
say, like, is he a stalker? And then I'm like, oh yeah, journalist. Almost the same thing, except it's a profession.
The problem is you sandbagging me and my mother's campaign on your little wannabe Washington Post website, claiming we had a plan to flip Texas.
And honestly, without that, you may not have had the push to get her to actually read it, to be fair. Not that it makes it any more right.
What are you doing here?
Oh, just a bit of skullduggery. Let me help you plan it.
We need to get up to my room right now.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Is skullduggery like the equivalent of tomfoolery?
Have you ever cooked for yourself?
Once, unsuccessfully.
You ever been on Grindr?
And?
Once unsuccessfully.
Aw.
Do you vote?
Not allowed.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Them's the rules.
Really?
What's your favorite movie?
I mean, I guess I kind of get
In
it.
the Mood for Love. I've never seen it.
Never heard of it.
God, sometimes I forget how uncultured you Americans are. It is only the swooniest movie of all time.
That is probably why I've never seen it.
Have you ever had your heart broken?
Why would you do that right now? I mean, I guess there's really no real way to not bring that up and invite some tensions.
What's going on?
Let's get your mother reelected.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
Is there someone in there? That's it.
What? No! No!
Hey, do you mind? Come on, Zara.
Oh, no. Oh.
No one is here.
Oh,
really?
God. Where is he, though?
Well, that no one left her phone. Where is she?
What are you doing?
Where is she?
You hook up with some rando the night before your mother's acceptance speech. You don't have her sign an NDA. Of that, I'm certain. And then you let her bring her phone in here, transmitting God knows what to God knows who. Yeah, Alex, really chill.
Oh, no.
Zara, breathe.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Do you want to sit?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long has this been going on?
Since New Year's.
Oh, God. And who knows about this?
Literally no one but you. And the Secret Service. And Percy.
And maybe the journalist now.
I need to think. Oh.
Please don't tell my mom.
That is such a childlike, well, I mean, I guess in this situation it definitely applies, but it just sounds like a toddler. Don't tell my mom, I don't want to get in trouble.
But you're the one who decided to put your dick into the heir to the British throne.
Well, technically, I'm the spare.
Not talking to you, sir.
Wow. Oh, God. I didn't even, like, think about that. It's like, technically, I'm the spare. Like, on top of all of his obligations and all that stuff, he's not the one that's actually going to get the throne to begin with. But he still has to resign and sign away most of himself. I mean, I guess that just being the spare, I mean, doesn't mean you won't end up having to do any of it.
You get your ass back to merry old England right now. I want you chewing on a goddamn crumpet by sunset, and if anyone sees you leave this hotel, I will Brexit your head from your body. You got me?
God damn.
Your Royal Highness.
I've met someone.
Is that all? Honey, that's great. I mean, why would that be relevant to the campaign? She's not a Republican, is she?
No. She's
Worse.
also a he, and he happens to be Henry.
As in the Prince of England.
Yeah.
We're gonna need some pizza.
Aww. Well, I mean, her expression says, "Oh, okay." Aww.
Let Mama buy.
I thought she was gonna. We're going to war.
I mean, if I've had more warning, I could have made you a PowerPoint presentation, but... Can I give you some advice?
No.
We didn't go over this particular type of partnering when we had the talk, which is on me for making assumptions. I just want to make sure you know you need to wear a condom if you're having anal intercourse. I can have HHS send over some brochures.
You are ridiculous. I cannot believe they gave you the nuclear codes.
And you have to tell your father.
Good. Oh, she's being so chill about it, though. Like, this is good. This could have been very, very, very bad. I have some friends that, you know, their coming out was not well received. And that is never something you want to see, let alone be on the receiving end of.
I was never afraid of her rejection. I was afraid that she would see me differently than before.
Aww.
My parents bought a vacation house after my mother's book was published. I'm headed there to chill over Labor Day weekend with my dad and Nora. My dad suggested that I invite you. Do you want to come? Please say yes. Nora says to bring Percy.
Great to see you again, sir.
What's with the sir? Please, call me Congressman.
Oh, well, in that case, you can call me Your Royal Highness.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I used to be able to do that. I really doubt that I could anymore. That one security guard was so pasty, I could have swore in my peripheral vision I saw Michael Myers for a second.
Wait till he finds out about the karaoke machine.
No, I am definitely not doing karaoke.
Damn. It's running through your head, man.
Lazarus wakes.
Need help?
Not as bad as you do.
Get it? Because he woke from the dead? Nice little reference there. Like that.
Gotta be honest, I thought because he was a prince there'd be a little more of a candy ass.
So you like him?
What's not to like?
Oh yeah, I forgot he hasn't told his dad yet.
Have a little more faith in your old man. You are, after all, talking to the patron saint of gender-neutral bathrooms in Austin, you little shit. Your mom and I were a stupid idea, too. We were just babies when we had you. Nobody thought we'd make it.
Okay, maybe he already does know. He's just looking for advice.
Sometimes you just gotta jump. Hope you're not standing on a cliff.
I like that. I see this and I just think karate.
I've been thinking. I seriously doubt that. How my life is going to be a lot different after the election. I'll have a lot more freedom. Next summer, we could come back here. We could be naked, sex anywhere on the property you want. We could walk through Austin holding hands, and it won't even matter if anyone sees us. I can take you around to all the places I grew up.
He's getting cold feet after that.
It's like there's a rope attached to my chest, and it keeps pulling me towards you. I feel so right. What I mean to say is, Henry,
he ran before he could say it. He's panicking. Because again, like, the thing about this is, regardless of whether his mom's still in office or he's running for office, like, those things come and go. There's only so much time you're going to live in that spotlight. But, like, he's trapped in, like, this forever situation where he feels like he's not allowed to have any of these things for himself. He can't ever be open to anything like that in any kind of real way. That's what he thinks, at least. You know, just because, like, I don't know. It's just such a shitty situation. Because his titles will come and go, but he will always, at the least, be the prince. Damn, just up and left before he even woke up. I was wondering, like, we're over halfway in the movie and we hadn't had our downbeat moment yet. And I was wondering if it was just going to even have one, or if we were just going to keep building, and then have that. Oh. Wow. Oh, wow. That is gorgeous.
the idea of royalty in the 21st century, it's so antiquated. Sometimes I wonder if what we do has any meaningful impact on people's lives.
Cheer up. At least you'll never be king.
Well, I mean, not never.
Do you love him?
What difference would it make if I did?
God, those hedges are, like, clean. Ignoring his calls now, too. Man, I wish I had room for a grand piano. Or just a piano in general. It sucks, too, because no matter which side of the pond you're on, like, there's a chance that, like, you're just gonna see one or the other's name in the headlines, too.
Go to London. Get your man.
Aww.
What if he won't see me?
Conquer their country. Gosh, those dog portraits. Is that a Turner? It looks like a Turner painting behind him. Oh God.
Can we please talk?
That's entrance.
What's going on, Henry? You won't talk to me. All I know is I'm the one here willing to fight for us. Because it costs you nothing!
I flew across an ocean.
And boy, are my wings tired.
For Christ's sake, Alex, for once, I wish you could see me for who I am and not who you want me to be.
That's the thing, he is.
My life is the crown, and yours is politics, and I will not trade one prison for another. I can love you and want you and still not want that life. I'm allowed, right? It makes me a man with some infinitesimal shred of self-preservation, and you don't get to come in here and call me a coward for it.
God damn.
We can figure out a way to love each other on our own terms, no one else's.
That is simply not possible, and you know it.
This comes back to his conversation with his mother about being idealistic and versus realistic, and where those lines can blur.
And you can live in your tower and protect your heart for the rest of your life, and nothing will ever happen to you. But Henry, nothing will ever happen to you. So if you want me to go, you have to tell me to leave.
Please, there's something I want you to see. When I was a boy, my father used to bring me here. When I was younger, I would dream of taking somebody I loved here. But he'd love it as much as I did. We'd dance right here amidst all these statues. Just a dark, pubescent fantasy.
About to play some music. Yep. Aww. I immediately had Troy and Gabriella from the opening of, not opening, but High School Musical 3 kick in. What was it? Take a Chance? Or Take the Lead? I can't remember. Take a breath, hold me close, and take one step. Keep your eyes locked on mine, and let the music be your guide. And don't judge me too much for that little melody there. When I'm hearing a separate song while trying to sing another one, my key's gonna be fucked.
Because when they write the history of my life, I want it to include you and my love for you.
That's so fucking sweet. Let's go. Oh, this is so sweet. Though I would feel a little weird standing right there dancing, because like they're literally being stared at by all of those busts. Like they were on both sides, had like 5 or 6 heads just pointed right at them.
I want you to have some part of me until you can have all of me again.
I'm wrong. Sorry, I am so wrong. It's Can I Have This Dance? I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Because I was playing it back in my head. I was like, wait a minute. That is not the right song title. Sucks, man. Oh no. Look at all the trades, tabloids, or whatever.
Your emails to Alex have been hacked. They were posted overnight to Reddit. The Mirror and the Sun ran them this morning.
Oh no.
How many of our emails?
All of them.
All of them.
Oh God.
A message to him, to the White House.
I've tried my contacts within the White House with no luck. They may be speaking to Downing Street, but they're not speaking to us.
Now we have Miguel Ramos of Politico, who was the first American journalist to break this story.
You piece of shit.
Alex Claremont Diaz is a private citizen.
He isn't at all a private citizen. He's playing an active role in his mother's campaign. These emails clearly show a pattern of obfuscation around this relationship.
That is some petty shit.
How did you have time to read nearly 72 emails, write an article, and publish it all within 2.5
goddamn, she is calling him out.
Not sure what you're getting at.
Are you really that quick, or did you perhaps have advanced knowledge that this leak was going to happen?
What a
You
dirtbag.
and I have been together since the beginning of this year. What was taken from us this week was our right to determine for ourselves how and when we should share our relationship and queer identities with the world. The truth is, every queer person has the right to come out on their own terms and on their own timeline. They also have the right to choose not to come out at all. The force
Wow. His brother.
This is about privacy, which are exactly the principles on which the struggle for queer liberation has always been fought. But there is another truth. I fell in love with a person who happens to be a man, and that man happens to be a prince. He has captured my heart and made my life immeasurably better. I love His Royal Highness, Prince Henry George, Edward James, Hanover Stuart Fox.
God, that name.
I hope one day we'll have the opportunity to be public about our relationship on our own terms.
It was a good speech.
Great job. I'm proud of you.
No. Alcohol.
Still possible I've cost my mom the election.
Yes, but it's also possible that you just won her the election. We'll find out next week.
Time will tell.
I hope Henry was watching. I could feel him watching. He does this thing when he's worried.
She's like, I don't want to hear this. She looks so, like, not here for this.
Oh my God.
What is she doing?
This is our Bankston. Look, I know we said we'd only use these phones in an emergency. Well, welcome to that emergency. I've got the first son in my office mooing over the prince like a cow in labor, and I'm not going to get any work done until you put these two lovesick homosexuals on the phone with one another. I don't care what any of those wrinkled white men at Buckingham Palace have to say about it. I want you to march your skinny, perfect ass over to the prince, hand him your phone, or so help me God, you will never see me naked again.
Wait, what?
Whoa. What the hell?
You might be lousy at keeping secrets, kiddo, but I'm not.
Sorry, I could kiss you.
Touch me and die.
Aww. No.
Hello?
Baby.
Shark doo 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 doo.
Are you alright?
I'm hanging in there.
Give it about a week. Or a couple days, and you'll know why that was stuck in my head.
You know what? I'm coming to London tonight. Just hold on until I get there. We'll figure this out.
Hurry.
Aww.
I'll break the sound barrier for
you. I'll Chuck Yeager the world for you, buddy.
Okay, move over.
Aww. They make beautiful music together.
Part of me wonders if their entire strategy is to deny I ever existed. Keep you locked away forever.
In his ivory tower. Save your prince from the castle. Make off with him.
I feel so lost right now. They used to call me the Prince of England's heart, and now it feels like everyone hates me. They still love you. They love the idea of me. And now they are faced with the reality. Your speech was beautiful.
Aww.
I'd be very proud to be your boyfriend. I'm always proud to be your boyfriend. Oh, sorry, I'm white and upper class, so my affection comes with strings.
Excuse me, sir. The king wishes to see you, both of you.
Oh, well, let's see how this goes.
No, it's not too late to get out of here and fly to the Maldives. Tempting, but I think it's time I stood up for myself.
No, let's go.
The less you say, the better it'll be for you.
Shut your mouth.
I do not need your advice, Philip. Yes, will you continue to make a mockery of yourself and in turn...
Oh, yo, okay. These are my special cigarettes.
There are a number of unscrupulous governments who routinely concoct wholesale fabrications in order to further their own national interests. I wonder...
Where's he going with this?
Henry, do you suppose that might explain these unseemly reports?
It's all true,
Oh,
Grandpa.
he's...
Nevertheless, I have directed Palace Communications to issue a firm denial of these accusations.
They are not accusations. They are the truth. And I deserve to be happy.
Henry, no one is suggesting that you don't deserve to be happy.
But to throw away your future because of one mad infatuation...
Shut your mouth.
Have you read our emails, Philip?
God, no.
Well, if you had, you would realize that this is more than just a mad infatuation. Alex and I love each other deeply.
No.
And we are committed to each other.
I have read your emails.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And?
They leave no doubt that your love is genuine. Occasionally vulgar, but genuine. Your primary responsibility is not to your heart, to your country. And anything other than
It can be
maintaining
both.
the traditional royal image is out of the question.
Why is it out of the question?
Let me disabuse you of the idea that your contribution to this conversation is in any way welcome.
Why must we maintain a traditional royal image?
Because
What the fuck?
Because the nation simply will not accept a prince who is homosexual. Well, how many people?
Several thousand people outside.
You're all to go home immediately and await further instructions.
What's going on outside?
Make a display. Go out. Make a display. Public display. Go. Let's go. Oh, what if it's people, the public supporting him?
Apparently there are crowds forming in Manchester, Sheffield, Birmingham, Cardiff, Edinburgh, and Liverpool.
I will no longer be the prince of shame and of secrets. Starting today, the world will know me for who I am, and not who you want me to be.
You can't go out there.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Are you sure this is what you want? There is no turning back if you go out there now.
I certainly hope not.
I love you. I love you more.
I think that's up for debate.
I'll see you on the stage. Do that out on the balcony. Make a show of it. Let's go. Go out and wave to the public. Aww. Oh God. Oh my God. Of course it does. Let's go. Memo. Oh my God. It's close.
265 electoral votes.
Crikey, that's a lot of red.
Yes, it is.
Wait, do English people say crikey? I don't know if I've heard that.
We're the blue team, right?
We're the blue team, right? Red versus blue. Oh my God, I would love to see like a political spin with the RVB team. That would be fucking hilarious if that hasn't happened.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, hon.
It may have, and I just don't remember it. I haven't watched RVB
This
in
campaign was never about just
about
me,
a decade
but
now.
The country we hope to lead to our children.
I think my mom's working on her concession speech.
You gotta be prepared. Doesn't mean she's gonna have to deliver it.
You still haven't noticed my tie. Yellow roses. I read it was a thing in Texas. I thought it might bring you some luck.
Aww.
Oh my God.
That sounds like a victory.
President Ellen Claremont has been reelected.
Let's go.
There are people who will tell you that elections don't matter. But try telling that to the auto worker in Michigan who worries whether or not their plant will be shut down. Tell that to the transgender high school student in Mississippi voting for the very first time. And your voice is blended tonight with the voices of millions of Americans.
What do we do now?
I think we're up for a right old shag, aren't we? Oh, that is a gorgeous skyline right there. Well, not skyline, just like the clouds encapsulating the moon like that. That's beautiful. Not to mention just the street itself, but it's the key to their old house, right? It's time to finally go down to the basement and find out what Dr. Yeager has been working on all this time.
We won. We won. After you. Wow, you really are working class, aren't you? Oh, shut up, Your Majesty.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God. You really are working class, aren't you? Ha! yo, interesting. Boo! You were all right. You were barely a character, though. But fuck you. Fuck you, too. Ellie did good. Sarah, MVP. Let's go. Double MVP. I loved all the scenes with his family, man. I mean, him and Uma had like a interesting conversation earlier on, but like when it came down to it, she was the mother she needed to be. These two are just oozing charisma, though. That was a really beautiful movie. In the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, and even throughout, like it was very like Hallmark. I don't know how you would describe it. Like the setup, the staging of the scenes, the way certain things were playing out, some of the tropes and stuff, and the dialogue. Like I was like, oh god, I don't know, man, I don't know. But like it also kind of felt like we started somewhere after the movie had started. I don't know how to describe it. I guess like it almost felt like, you know, you get your ticket for a movie. You're like, oh, the credits are probably still going on, or the trailers are still running. We'll come in, and you come in, it's like 5-10 minutes into the movie already, and you're like, the fuck did I miss? That was the start of this movie. Once the ball got rolling, I loved the setup. I loved the blossoming of their relationship, their union, the way they built this whole thing up, how they reinforced one another, how they discovered one another, the real one another of each of them. I thought they had this really, really strong chemistry throughout the film as well. Even when they were bickering and bantering, that stuff felt forced. And honestly, once you get to the revelation of the matter, it's 'cause it is. Like, their reasons for being so petty were exactly that. A little petty, a little short-sighted, a little immature. So once that whole facade is dropped, it's like they kind of got to be themselves. And from that point forward, the way they just kind of uplifted one another, boosted one another, was so endearing. And this idea and this exploration, not even like because you could do the same story and a lot of it would still play effectively if you removed like the political public figure aspect of it. But I think that adds a whole other layer to it, because all the interpersonal stuff really works quite well. The whole coming out, the whole being afraid of what your family and friends and all this are going to think. But then you add this public persona that you also have to carry, which is also very different because they're both kind of in a similar but very different type of position. They're both public figures. They're both in one way, shape, or form associated with politics. But what that means and what weight that carries is very different between the two of them. And the way they kind of just worked through all that together was really beautiful. I loved the way they explored this relationship, the weight of what it means to be in this relationship and how they find this genuine connection in one another. They did such a beautiful job with that. This was such a cute and endearing movie once really kind of that ball got rolling. I think the first like 10 15 minutes of the movie was like schlock. Like it was pretty rough as far as like the way that the lines and the jokes and the situations were all kind of structured. But once we kind of got past that little thing and they started to break down these walls, I really feel like this movie was firing on all cylinders. I think it did elevate itself outside of that Hallmark like straight to video flavor that the first little bit of this kind of felt like. I like this movie had this underlying thread of what it means to be idealistic versus realistic, and sometimes when it behooves oneself to kind of allow yourself to be a little idealistic, because we're talking about sacrificing the real you in the vein of preserving something that causes you to live in this false reality. I mean, this was just an emotionally charged movie, man. Like, it was genuinely funny. It was genuinely heartwarming. There's a lot of really great moments all throughout this film, and I just really think that these two leads carried the shit out of this movie. Like, they were fantastic. I mean, the whole thing hinged on these two, and the way you feel that connection and you feel their pain. And I like that at the end of the day, they were finally able to overcome these hurdles. both publicly and within their own interpersonal relationships, to just be together, to strive for that love, to obtain that, to have it, and not be ashamed of that love, that they have it and that they don't have to hide it, that they can put it out there, and that is received. Because, again, had Henry, listened to his fears or that whispers in the back of his head or whatever, he wouldn't have known that he'd have that support from his people, that there were people rallying to support his coming out. I love that, man. Like, it's this idea, while it feeds into the idealism versus reality that they were talking about earlier on. I think that we need a little idealism in the world. I think that's what helps us push forward, to improve, to progress. And it's those fears, it's that sticking to tradition, it's that hanging on to the past or all this stuff that keeps us from making these strides. It holds us back in so many different ways. And I like that this movie took a stand, pushed forward with these characters, this relationship, and used it to kind of show that in a really nice, beautiful way. Like, legitimately, I think this was one of the cutest movies I've seen in a long time. My God, it was so moving. It was so heartwarming. Like, I was tearing up so much there in those last 30 minutes. And even in the middle, there was a couple of times that really, really hit me in the heartstrings quite a bit. I felt so much for these two, the situation that they were in, the desperation they have to fulfill this side of themselves that they feel like society will not accept. And a lot of realistic situations likely wouldn't. I hope we see more of this kind of stuff, man. I really do. And that people aren't afraid as much anymore, and that one day, again, coming back to that idealism, I hope that one day we can live in a world where people aren't afraid to be whoever they want to be. Being your genuine, true self at the end of the day is something that should be encouraged. Hope we get to a place where we're not trying to just continuously force people into this mold, and people could just be themselves without being afraid of that. And I really think that this movie really embodies that idea in a very strong and powerful way, and delivers that message quite well by the end of it all. I really dug it. I really, really was impressed by this movie. I don't know what else to say. I found this ridiculously charming. Prince Charming, one might say. The movie still had a couple of those little hallmarky moments. But I think once you kind of get past some of these little cliches and tropes of the genre, there was a lot of really strong, genuine character moments all throughout this movie. And I don't know, I just found it intoxicatingly endearing. But guys, I'd love to know what you guys thought. So sound off the comments, let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, when you see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, York, Coruscant, Melito, Robert Anguiono, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Cantrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, and Russell Crockett. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.